Good morning, Pottery peeps. I have a kiln opening for you today. First of all, I wanted to thank you so much for all the comments on the last video that I did with the bread pans. So many of you have been through exactly the same thing, and it was just, I just can't express my appreciation and gratitude for all your comments. They really helped. Thank you. So let's go ahead and get to this kiln opening. We are full blown into Christmas. Everybody is making. In fact, I'm feeling better. I still have lots of problems going this direction, which actually means throwing this direction when you pull the walls up. I'm fine centering. It's just pulling the walls up. So I haven't tried anything more than a pound and a half. So hopefully that'll just come in time. So I've been doing a lot of hand building though. And I have, since I'm feeling better, creativity is just rushing in. I have so many ideas, you guys, and so many things that I'm making that I think I'm gonna push myself and try to do 2 videos a week up until either December or, up until probably the first week of December at least. And kiln openings will be a part of that. Most likely we'll be doing a kiln opening a week, maybe more, because everybody is just producing like crazy. And I've got a 2-day show on December 6th and 7th. And Kate's got a show, Tessa's got a show, Mikki's got a show, Savannah's got a show. Starting, I think Kate's and Savannah's are Black Friday that weekend is when theirs start. Anyway. So this is full of, I think it's Mikki, Tess and I on this one. Savannah's is waiting to go in. So wait till you see what she's done. In fact, I had to buy 4 of what she did. So super exciting. Anyway, let me go ahead and we'll lower you down. I've already peeked and you won't believe what's on top. Okay, before I open Sorsha, I have been warned. The 2 things on top that have just got me giddy are Mikki's. And Mikki now has her own YouTube channel, and she is going to show you how she glazed these. And she's much better at the glazing videos than I am, so you're not going to want to miss it. And I do believe it's going to come out this Sunday. I'll put the date on here in case you're watching this at a different time. So I'm allowed to show them, but you just get a peek. So it's gonna be kind of quick, but man, do I want to gush. I'm just so amazed at the artistry of everybody here. But these, oh my goodness. Okay. Before I do that, because I know that I'm gonna talk when I see them, I've also told her she has to keep one. And I know she can sell them. They're going to go like hotcakes, but she has to keep one. One thing that you want to be aware of, especially those of you that have, actually not even those of you that have been doing this for a while. When you make a piece and you just, in your heart, you just know, oh, I want this. Keep it. I have regretted selling things, and it's like, oh, my husband is really big. You can make another. Sure, I can make another, but when will I make another? And it won't be the same. So you can make one that's similar, but it's not going to be the same. So when you have a piece like this, at least she's got 2. She's got to keep one. All right. So you watch her channel. It'll be out on Sundays. She's going to show you how to do this. Tell her in the comments that she's got to keep one. All right, here we go. Look at these chip and dip bolts. Look at, oh, that's right. Okay, look real quick. I'm not supposed to show. And look real quick, and then we're off. Oh, God, that was tough because I just wanted to gush. Those, they're art, just pure art. All right, we are still kind of warm. I've been cooling it down. We're good here. Ooh, this is going to be a fun one. So even though we're not doing Halloween, Christmas, I'm full into Christmas and excited about Christmas now. I just need to make the switch, you know? All right, this is Mikki's and incense burner, and that smoke will come out of the top. And she's attached that with nichrome wires. I thought that was brilliant. And she's done a combination of Opulence Violet and Opulence Blue Monday, I believe, to get that kind of that smoky look. Super cute. She threw that on the wheel. This was in what didn't make the last kiln opening, and I do have a video on how I made these and how I glazed them. Outside is Dutch Sprinkle. Of course, I put the black underglaze and the birch trees, the ruby slippers for the cardinals. Inside is Pebble Beach by Opulence. And this one's gonna have to go for a refire. I got some crawling. I think my cream is just too thick. I mixed up a big batch, and sometimes when you mix up dipping glazes, sometimes it takes a little while to get them back where they're perfect, and it's too thick. So it gets another, but isn't that cute? This is Cranberry, also by Clayscapes, and then this was a silk screen that I found that I put on. Oh, and I colored in the gnome and the hollies, or the bells, with Paula McCoy's Colors for Earth. This is Tess's tic-tac-toe game, and she forgot the dots on the last one, if you've seen this before, so she's put the dots on it and we just refired it. So I got a lot of Christmas trees in here, and this one is done with Tim Stark Celadon with cream on the rim. Don't know if you're picking that up, but it is pretty. It's subtle and very, very pretty. And I just did a random assortment of stamps on this one. But yeah, that works for me. And I did put them up on cookies because sometimes my Kims, if I get it too thick, will run. It is a Celadon, but it's got movement. This is Tess's, and she's done some sandbow overglaze transfers, or underglaze transfers, sorry, on white underglaze, underglaze transfers, and then the studio clear. And this is on the speckled buff. So, and she did not glaze the back, which I think is awesome. So nice, rustic, cute little Christmas plate. And same problem. I got some crawling. All right. These are gonna have to go in for a refire. These are just little tart dishes with gnomes. Then I've used underglaze to paint the gnomes. I did them with a squeeze bottle so that they went faster. But my edges, it's cranberry, and then I dipped them in the cream and they crawled. Dang it. Don't have time for refires. Not this time of year. Okay. When I was making the bread pans, I mentioned that I've been doing a lot of black and white. These are pretty. So, and this was a silk screen that I did. This is the speckled buff clay, and I put on a white slip and then fired it. This fired it, and then I did the silk screen in black, and I also did black on the black is raw. I didn't put glaze over the black, and then I just did the studio clear on the inside. Isn't that pretty? Just classic. And, you know, when I was saying it's not necessarily holiday-ish, it's definitely seasonal. And I love stuff that you could use. I mean, you could use this from November to March, especially if you are in a place that has winter until March. But yeah, that turned out nice. All right. So I did, these are done the same way. It's actually on the B mix, but I still put the white slip. And then I also rolled in texture. You know, it's very subtle. So in the background, Maybe when I take pictures, lighting in here is always iffy. So I did the white slip, and then I did the underglaze transfer from Sandbow, cut it to fit, and I did the studio clear, and then I've also got one, a bigger one. But aren't those pretty? I mean, you could use those easily 4 months of the year. You're in Alaska, 6 to 7 months of the year. Okay, very fun. Oh, this is such a fun opening so far. Let's hope the rest of it. These are, I do have some savannas in here. These didn't make the kiln the last time. And she's left the snowflake raw and just done Sky by Amaco on the Celadon on the center. Turned out really pretty. All right, let's go ahead and take these out first. These Christmas tree plates, I actually use Sharon Hoppy's design. It's actually a floral design, but flowers, to me, in a lot of ways, look like snowflakes too. And these are the GR Pottery forms with Debbie Delacruz, her stamps. And then I did the Tim Stark Celadon with the cream, you can kind of see. And you can see where I've got more green, where it was thicker, because I poured these. But that doesn't bother me. I actually like the variation. But this one actually got a lot more glaze on that one. But what a fun set, right? And then this is Tess's. And she's just done all this with underglazes, white underglaze, and then the underglaze transfers from Sandbow, underglaze on the outside, and then the studio clear. That's cute. And I believe her mother-in-law saw it and has already claimed it. Okay, this is the shelf that I'm really excited about. I even have some testers in here. Let's start with the ornaments. So these are Tess's. Dang it. Dang it. Don't do that, guys. I'm always telling you what not to do. Well, we'll see if she broke. Okay, so these are just plain Christmas trees in the speckled buff with the cream glaze. And she's left the trunks raw. And then, of course, the speckles come through. Aren't those just cute? Easy, cute. Put some jute to hang them. Those are going to be super sweet. She's my minimalist girl. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy off because that's how I dropped the angel. And the angel's mine. At least it's mine. I hate it when I break other people's things. There's another one of Tessa's ornament mushrooms, and she's done sun-kissed and then birch in the speckled. All right, so let's see what these did. Well, interesting. So this is it was the speckled buff, but this is my Coyote root beer. Usually it runs a lot and you put cream on the top, and usually it'll run into it. But sometimes when you have a groggier clay, it's like kind of like sandpaper to the glaze, and so sometimes the glazes don't run as much. And it could also be the slow cool program. It just doesn't get hot enough to run, but they're still adorable. All right, let's check out my angel. Well, she didn't break. And this was a tester. I do have a video on how to make these, and it's from last year's Christmas. And I wanted to see what the soft red looked like on the angel. And it does show the texture. So it does cover some of it up. But I like how soft and pink it is. For being called soft red, it should be soft pink. But yeah, okay, that turned out all right, and she didn't break. So yay! And I don't think she broke the one underneath it because I had ornaments underneath these posts. We have ornaments everywhere. This is on the speckled buff again. This one I took root beer and sponged it on and sponged it off. And then I took the designer liner, the red and the white, and just filled it in. Cute little gingerbread. All right. This is Tessa's milk jug for Santa. She's doing Santa cookie plates and doing the milk jug. That's cute. Very cute. Just clear and the ruby slipper stroke and coat on that one. All right, this was a refire and it worked. Okay, cream and cranberry, and I put another layer of cream. Still didn't get really much running. And I have decided I'm gonna do decals. I found decals that I've had for like 4 years and they're Christmas ones. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put them on these. I think they'll work great, but that worked. Save that one. All right, so I have in the video that, that didn't, you know what? This needs to go to a cone 6. I'm still making a pile for cone 6. In the video that I did the birch trees where I showed doing texture on the wheel, well, I got to playing around and I did more mugs with texture, tried out some of my other rollers. This is shadow blue, cranberry, and cream. I didn't get any blending or running, which is what I was hoping for. So it's gonna go in my cone 6 pile that is rapidly growing. And the thing about doing the cone 6, I've been at this a while, as you know. Well, the students haven't been, and they're really nervous about what goes on in here, and they don't want to lose anything. And I'm willing to sacrifice a few pots to get some amazing ones, and they're not comfortable with getting glazes to run and testing the limits. They want to predict what's going to happen so they can count on it, which I completely understand on their part, but that's not where I'm at anymore. I think my personality, I don't think I ever was there. No, I wasn't, because even in the beginning I was pushing glazes and trying different things, and so that's just my personality to well, my license plate says wild woman, so there you go. All right, we got some more runs on this. This is shadow blue and cream. So the cranberry, maybe the cranberry doesn't like things to run, but it did cover up a lot of the texture there, but you still see some of the texture on the bottom. Still very pretty. Nice mug. So this one I was excited about. This is the new Amaco Fire and Ice glaze. It does say that it's an oxblood glaze, which I've never really had a lot of luck with. I did do 3 coats, and I don't like doing 3 coats. I actually did 2 down here, did 3 here. But yeah, that's got possibilities, you guys. And this is on one of the textured mugs that I did. I didn't show this. Okay, so I did get, it did move a little bit because this was wiped up to here. But we're gonna play with that some more. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna play with that. Okay, got some running on this one. Oh yeah, baby. So I can clean that little bit up. Thank goodness for advancer shelves. So this is root beer on the bottom. I put some, I have a stamp with pine cones, and yeah, I did not take Tim Stark Celadon down that much, but I did add cream. So the cream's working on the Celadons, but not on the cranberry. Interesting. Maybe my cranberry's too thick. Or it just doesn't. No, it likes the cream. Well, you know, we're always playing with stuff. So I did the Coyote root beer. Coyote root beer is my favorite. I know there's other root beers out there, but Coyote root beer is just the bomb. I get it in the dipping. I can brush it. I can pour it. I can dip it. It's just a just a really easy glaze, and I get a lot of variation. I mean, look at the variation. Depending on how thick or thin, I get this deep umber, you know, to this glossy amber. I just love this glaze. And I'm not a brown fan, but I love this glaze. And so I poured in the Tim's Dark Celadon, poured it out. Then I tipped it upside down and I poured around the top for the greenery. And then I held it and I poured, you know, in a wavy pattern for the pine cones with the, and they overlapped. And then I did cream on the rim. I probably would have been fine if I hadn't done cream on the rim, but that's okay. That's still pretty. Very winter, very wildernessy. My idea at Christmas. All right, so in the last kiln opening, I had all these mugs. Oh, aren't you cute? I have these silk screens that I found on Amazon, and I left the clay raw. And so everything else is, first the glaze. Guys, this is the simplest. If you want Northern Lights, this is the simplest way to do it. This is pitch black by Clayscapes, and this is Coastal Blue by Clayscapes. I do the pitch black, let it dry, and then I dip and dip. I dipped it so I could get the back, more on the back, and I did not want it to run over here, and that's it. No extra coats of this, no extra coats of that, no waiting for it to dry, you know, other than you just wait for the black to dry and then you dip again. So, and then I left the clay raw, and I did the glasses and the bow tie in the designer liner. So they are a little glossy over the wolf. Isn't he just handsome? I've got 9 of these guys in here because they crack me up. I think they're gonna be a hit. Let's pull the other wolf out. Got 2 of each. Let's see, I think I have 2 of each. Oh, I did 4 without anything, you know, for those people who don't really have a sense of humor. He's still very majestic. Very majestic. But with the glasses, he looks cunning. All right, let's go ahead and pull out the ones that I did. Let's see. There we go. All right, here's the deer. And they're all done in that same pitch black with the coastal. Isn't that just gorgeous? And I usually will do more of the coastal, but I didn't want it to run over my design here. So, and that pitch black, that's just the best black. It's not super, super high gloss, but it's got a high gloss to it, or it's got a gloss to it, but it's just predictable. You know, I can layer things on top of it. I just absolutely love that black. All right, here's the bear. Gotta have a bear. Isn't that cool? And then look how cute the raccoon is. Seriously? Isn't he just adorable? I just love it. I'll take pictures of these at the end so you can really see them. All right, so the ones that I had fun playing with, I mean, look at him or her. I guess it's a him if it's a tie. Well, no, girls wear ties. And I put little polka dots on the tie. Big, big glasses, because, you know, does or deer, they have big, big eyes. I'm having way too much fun with these guys. All right, so here's our bear, and gave him the pipe. He's very serious, down to business. I'm not gonna mess around with people like this little guy. Cute. And I did 2 of the raccoons because actually I ended up with 3 raccoons. Isn't that cute? Oh, I'm just in love with them. Okay, aren't you just stunning? This is another silk screen. I'm gonna make one for me and I'm gonna paint the flowers in, but this is for my son for Christmas. I don't have to worry, my boys don't watch my videos. In fact, I think the only ones that do are the girls because they do pottery. But isn't that pretty for a pie plate? And this is on the speckled buff. I did do the white slip on the inside and then fired it to bisque. And then I did the silk screen in the bisque. And this is shadow blue, you guys, from Clayscapes with cream. I did the clear over this, and then I poured it like this with the shadow blue, and then I put cream on the rim. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I couldn't paint the flowers in since it's for a guy. But mine is gonna be full of color because I gotta have one. If you ever do your spirit animal, if I can find the link, there is a thing for your spirit totem. And of course, I grew up in Alaska. A lot of Native Alaskan influence because I fished with Native Alaskans, a lot of Native Alaskan friends, and I just absolutely love the people. They're just amazing people. Anyway, and Native Americans have the same thing, and I'm sure other tribes around the, or not tribes, but cultures around the world do too, where you have a spirit animal. Everybody has a spirit animal. And so years ago, I did a test, or I took the test, and of course I'm a wolf. And my kids, 3 of my kids were wolves, my boys and Mikki. And Tess, though, she was like 13, she was a dolphin. So we need to get her to do hers again. My husband's a bear. But it's really interesting what it says about you and the strengths and personality. It's like a personality test, but it shows you, you know, what your spirit animal is. And then, lo and behold, if you wouldn't, I mean, I've always had, I've had some pretty interesting experiences with wolves, and I have a real connection with huskies. And I think that's where it stems from. But I don't know. I had another friend that did it, and her spirit animal was an owl, and she sees owls all the time. And she did before, and now she understands why. So little, you know, woohoo. I'm just open to the universe. Let's put it that way. But if I can find the test, I'll link it. And it'd be really interesting if you take the test, put in the comments what your spirit animal is. Might open your eyes up to stuff. Anyway, that's for my son, who's a wolf, and he's got a wolf tattoo. He's had multiple wolf plates, or I guess he only has one wolf. He's got a mug, and then he's got a big platter. I mean, he literally stole it out of the kiln. I think it was the one I did last year with the birch trees. Stole it out of the kiln as soon as he saw it. All right. So, more gingerbread. Oh, uh-oh. Interesting. Some of the Mayco liner is came off the, that might not be a good fit for this clay. Good to know. Oh, yeah, lost it there too. So maybe I'm gonna have to stick with either a glaze or underglaze, because that didn't fit. All right. And these poor guys that I spent hours and hours on are gonna get reglazed. Dang it. All right. These are Sharon Hoppy stamps. They're just adorable little gnome stamps. I'm a big fan of gnomes. But the cranberry didn't work with the cream. I think I'm gonna do the cranberry with we're gonna try it with the pearl white, see what happens. All right. But the gnomes are adorable, except for his nose went blue. He's awfully cold. So I did shadow blue in a squeeze bottle on some of these, and instead of underglaze. And so it went into his nose, but that works because he's holding a snowman. And I got one with an ornament, got one with the reindeer, and one with his coffee. Ooh, somebody's going to be very, very happy. All right, I got 2 more of these. Stamp turned out amazing. but the sides need to be reglazed. This is another one of Sharon Hoppy's, approved by Santa Claus. Cool, huh? I've had these stamps for a long time, years, but she still sells them. All right, this is Tess's. That turned out pretty. She's got 2 of these. This is done on the speckled buff, and this is Tim Stark Celadon on the speckled buff. Let me show you. Okay, this is B mix, so it kind of goes more blue-green, and then this is the speckled buff. Just an amazing glaze. In fact, yesterday we were 68 degrees. Today we're gonna snow. That's the way Utah works. And I was out mixing up glazes and did 15 pounds of Tim Stark Celadon. But cute, right? All right, so this, okay. Glaze did go all the way down again. This is that Fire and Ice by Amaco, their new one. And I did put pearl white on, look how pretty that is. And I didn't go all that, I just went, you know, maybe half an inch down, and we got some serious run. But God, look at the purples. I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I might have a new favorite, except for you can tell that's 2 coats. This is what's with the Oxblood glazes. Yeah, they take a lot of glaze. So, but if you don't mind your glaze being, you know, having variegated look to it, kind of gives it a little bit more interest, in my opinion. As long as it's not streaky, you know, like with brush strokes, you're not seeing brush strokes, I don't mind it. But that's pretty. So that was the tester. Hold on. So this doesn't have any texture on it. This has lots of texture, so it is breaking white on the texture, which I really, really like. So yeah, this has serious possibilities. This is Green Tea by Mayco on the speckled B mix, and it is one of those bubble plates, so this is hollow. Cute. Very cute and very lightweight for being a bubble plate. Good job, Tess. Yes, you want to follow Tess on Naptime Potter over on Instagram. Oh, cute. All right. So she's got another little plate for Santa's cookies, little milk. And I have a visitor, so hold please. All right, so on the bottom is a bunch of butter keepers that Tess has an order for, and I will let her get these off. Shadow blue and coastal blue. So she did overlap. This is what happens when you she did coastal blue, and I believe coastal blue's inside. It doesn't come up easy. I'm not gonna even try it. So she did coastal blue to here, and then she did a dip of shadow blue to here, and it ran. Isn't that pretty? Look how pretty that is. And then she put underglaze in the words, and then shadow blue over the top. Shadow blue is just a great blue. She did the exact same one to this, and you get this nice toasty ring with, that's just the clay or the coastal blue. Yeah, by itself there. And then when you get the shadow blue running into it, you get these beautiful greens and blues and pinks, and very, very nice. All right, did she only do 2 of those? Okay, well, this is just a plain, this is the, I think we got, I'll let her get that off. Speckled B mix with clear. Nope, cream. Yep, this is cream on the speckled B mix. Okay, so these are fun. So she went through my underglaze transfers, and I have way too many. And then she did stripes of tape. So she used tape as a wax resist and then put them on. And that's just gorgeous. And then just did clear. So the underglaze transfers with clear. Ooh, it's gonna be stressful getting those lids off. And then she did the same thing with the tape, just with the black underglaze. Very classic. And then this one, she's just done a whole row of the underglaze transfer and then studio clear. Running out of places. We had a lot of stuff in this kiln. All right. And this is just, oh, interesting. Just it's a spoon rest. I was just like, did that warp? I wasn't looking at it from both sides. With an underglaze transfer and the studio clear. And then she's got two more of the keepers. And she's done cream on the bottom over the speckled bee mix. And then the underglaze transfers with clear on both of these. And she's cut the top out in a flower and then put the flowers on it. Brilliant. Just brilliant. All right, I am gonna go take pictures and I'll have them at the end of the video, and then I am going to fire up the bisque kiln. So we are just loading and firing all the time now. So hope you have a great day. Again, thank you so much for all your comments, and I will remember to find that link and put in there what your spirit animal is. Let's find out how many wolves we got. All right, go get muddy.